Welcome guys to another video. It's your boy NateOG.154, and today we're going to react to why Ragatha is the most hated character in Digital Circus for some reason, as for right now. This video explains it. I was kind of curious myself, so I wanted to watch it with y'all. I'm going to state my opinion about it and what I think about this video. Anyways, let's get to it.
After episode 5's release, there was a huge sort of drama that started to spread involving Jax and Ragatha, that the creator behind the show even had to respond to due to how crazy things were getting, leading some fans of the show calling for the abstraction of Ragatha completely, wanting her removed and out of the series for good. The whole drama situation started with Ragatha receiving a ton of hate from fans of the show for how she changed as a character in the most recent episode, that she's ruined, and there's a lot more to the situation than you might think, with comments such as, "I feel like people don't pay attention to how fake she is and how she negatively affects everyone else," as stated by 3 other characters.
So background info. Ragatha is known for being kind. Her backstory takes place in a farm where she got abused by her mother. So that's why she always pretends to be happy and all that. So, yeah, she might be a little bit fake. But then again, she only lashed out one time, so.
And the sad thing about Ragatha is her fakeness is going to cause her to wind up alone or even worse. Again,
that might be true as well.
Pointing to her possible abstraction that many people believed was meant to be coming soon based on what we were told by the show's creator. It turned out Gooseworks was asked by a fan of the show if Ragatha was going to be okay after episode 5, to which she gave a very interesting response. A sort of chuckle that tells us Ragatha might continue to change in future episodes. But what exactly did Ragatha do in episode 5 to cause this massive backlash from fans? And how did things get so bad that a whole drama situation started because of it? Well, we saw how episode 5 introduced Ragatha in this episode as normal and like her cheery, old positive self for a while, before we saw her start to change and show more sides to her character. For starters, she makes a sort of unintentional comment towards Jax that makes him super upset to the point that she has to awkwardly change the topic by running away and talking to the other circus members instead. Then we can see in this more important scene how she has a bit of a stronger than usual reaction towards Jax bringing up her past problem with Gangle from episode 4, where she insulted Gangle after accidentally infecting herself with the stupid sauce. That's when Jax tells her the important line, "It's okay to be mean sometimes."
Yeah, that is true as well. He's spitting facts. See, with Jax, he's one of my favorite characters. He doesn't do no sugarcoat. He just spits out the facts. In a rude way, though.
As in the previous episodes of the show, we've never really seen Ragatha purposely go out of her way to be negative towards anyone. In fact,
But don't get me wrong, Ragatha is a lovable character. She might be like, I'll say top 4, top 3 maybe. Not top 2 though. Not 2. I'll put her in like, I don't know.
Usually the most positive circus member. But later on in the episode, we see how Pomni also tells Ragatha that it's okay for her to share her negative emotions, causing the most important Ragatha scene towards the start of the drama to start happening. You see, shortly after Pomni makes this comment, Ragatha gets into a sort of argument with Jax, telling him to stop making Pomni more like him, as we've seen in this 5th episode how Pomni and Jax have
the corn is hilarious.
seem to be a lot closer than they've been in previous episodes. But during this argument, Ragatha finally has her big outburst, telling Jax that all he does is mess everything up for everyone else, and even snapping out.
That is true. That is true. He does. But that's what makes him hilarious. And I'm not defending him in any way, because people are hating on her too much. She only lashed out one time. She's going through character development. Leave her be. She's just being human. And Jax gets away with too much.
Pomni, shortly after, she asks her to calm down. This sort of bad energy stays with Ragatha for a while, which is what started fans of the show to have an issue with Ragatha in the first place, saying she's ruined as a character as she's recently been labeled by some as an unintentional toxic person towards others, adding the unintentional part, as we saw.
She might just have a bit of jealousy towards like friends, because she might be going through something like she's alone. We've all been there. To be honest, out of every character in Digital Circus, I can relate with Ragatha the most, but not like the fake part. But I can relate to Ragatha a lot.
After she had a reaction to Jax, Ragatha still tried her best to fix the situation and apologize for reacting that way in the first place, making the whole situation between the characters seem like a bit of an outburst from Ragatha she couldn't really control, unintentional, due to pushing down her negative feelings for so long. But either way, we saw how Ragatha went out of her way to criticize Jax and bring up his old friend randomly.
Now that right there, that's one of the reasons why I see people hate Ragatha. To be honest, she shouldn't have really gotten into the conversation if she wasn't gonna say something rude. She should have just walked past, left them alone.
What she did in episode 4 after getting some of the stupid sauce on her, causing many fans to group all of these recent actions from Ragatha together into a conclusion that Ragatha's character is completely ruined, with some fans even calling for the abstraction.
She's not a bad character though. She might need a little bit of therapy. That's all I would say. More than a little.
Of her character completely wanting her fully gone from the show, which has never really been brought up as a thing with any of the other circus members to this extent. But this sort of problem many fans now have towards Ragatha gets a lot worse when Jax gets thrown into the mix as well. As we've seen in episode 5, how while Ragatha started to show a new side to her, Jax continued to cause his normal amount of chaos he's caused in the previous adventures, bullying some of the other characters and asking things like if Gangle can actually be happy while not receiving any sort of back.
Here's another thing, y'all give him too many excuses for him to do what he does, you know what I'm saying? Just like the creator said, Jax is not a good guy, but he might have a good side to him though.
Backlash or hate for how he's been acting, because fans of the show seem to justify his behavior. But this sort of problem between both of these characters and their problems got so big that the show's creator Gooseworks stepped in to add to the whole situation and explain to some of the fans what she intended in making these characters. She made an official statement telling us, "Don't get me wrong, Jax is still my favorite character, but some of you guys make too many excuses for his behavior."
Exactly what I said. That's exactly what I just said.
He has reasons for why he acts the way he does, but he's still not a good person, lol. Addressing how while Ragatha is receiving a ton of hate for acting out, many fans are excusing Jax acting like a jerk because they think he has his reasons for it. But this sort of problem involving the two characters became a bigger sort of drama situation amongst the Digital Circus fandom, who brought up the idea of Ragatha only getting hate for her actions due to her being a girl circus member, arguing that Jax gets...
Yeah, that's sexist. That's indeed sexist. You can't do that.
...to pass because he's a guy.
Bullying everyone. Oh, so sweet. Lashes out one time. Hello?
Misogyny is getting way more obvious in fandoms, like it's getting scary, pointing to the sort of difference in treatment Jax gets compared to Ragatha for treating other members of the Digital Circus poorly, citing the issue as more of a general problem in the fandoms that isn't okay. But other fans pushed back on this issue, saying that Ragatha has been overly and sickly positive, being the real reason for why she's getting hate, as she's shown to be a lot more of a people pleaser in the past who just wants people to like her, but gets mad at Jax for acting fake.
I can relate to that. I once wanted people to like me too.
As if he never does anything wrong, while then also being fake herself and basically doing the same thing.
But not everybody's gonna like you though. You know what? How old is Ragatha? Isn't she like 30 years old? She should already know this lesson, but I'm assuming that nobody was there for her, so I guess so.
No one likes a pretender. But regardless of why Ragatha has been receiving so much hate, the situation around favoritism and overall problems between the characters has been one of the most intense topics the Amazing Digital Circus fandom has sparked up so far, with fans pushing for the abstraction of Ragatha's character entirely, or just speaking up about how much they hate her in general.
And that's actually the first time Ragatha has like cussed in the series. The first time. I've never seen her do that in any other episodes.
Turns out we were given
That's how you know she's mad.
bonus content from episode 5 as well that started with a whole new list of behind the scenes secrets that were supposed to be part of the show before being changed around. For starters, the show's creator finally revealed the truth about evil Gangle, as we saw during episode 5's baseball game how every single circus member was given an evil, sort of opposite version of themselves, including evil Pomni and evil Ragatha. But for some reason, Gangle was the only character left out, as we never saw an opposite version of her, as we got a red orbsman as a replacement instead. But the truth about this deleted concept was finally revealed behind the scenes, as a fan of the show asked Gooseworks over on X, "Goose, why didn't we get an evil Gangle?" To which Gooseworks reveals what we should actually expect here, which I've fully put together for you early into this video right here. So for everything we know,
If y'all don't know, it's just because she wanted to make it funny. So you don't have to go back and watch that video. Anyways, that was actually pretty good. It explained a lot through the situation. Ragatha shouldn't deserve as much hate as she does in the series. Yeah, maybe she can not get into situations that make her hated, but she's learning. That's character development, so that's all I have to say. That was a good video, so I'm gonna like and subscribe to him. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe. I want to try to get to 1.140k subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. Thank you guys for the support, and I will continue on making videos. And yeah, share this video so we can get popular. Press the notification so that way you never miss out on another video. This is your boy NateOG.154 signing out.